It is December 29th, 2020. I wanted to provide an update. There's a lot going on in the news of Governor Whitmer recently vetoing funding for extending unemployment benefits in the state of Michigan. Essentially, the legislature sent Governor Whitmer a bill allowing unemployment benefits to be extended from 20 to 26 weeks from January 1st to April 1st. And they also provided $220 million of funding in order to pay for that extension. And what we've seen now is Governor Whitmer has vetoed the $220 million funding, which in effect eliminates the hope of those that are without a job to get those extended benefits now going into 2021. It's already been a pretty rough year for thousands upon thousands of people in the state of Michigan, and this is most definitely going to make it much harder for a lot of people. So I want to get into a little bit of the language. The governor has put out some very misleading and in some instances very factually false information. And I want to make sure everybody knows what the language of the bill actually says. So this is the language to the supplemental bill, which was the funding that we provided for the unemployment extension. And here it is, it's section 403, and this is Senate Bill 748. And it says, after March 1st, 2021, from the funds appropriated in Part 1 for the Michigan Unemployment Compensation Funds, $220 million shall be deposited into the Unemployment Compensation Fund. So this is basically just saying how much has to be put in and by when. So basically it says by or after March 1st that money's got to be put in there. So that's only half of the story, though. The other half is Senate Bill 604. This is the actual bill that allows the extension to take place. And there's language in here where it says the extension of benefits for claims for weeks beginning after January 1, 2020, but before April 1, 2020, as described in subsection D, does not take effect unless $220 million or more is appropriated as provided in Senate Bill 748, and that's the one we just read, of the 100th legislature for deposit into the Unemployment Compensation Fund to cover the extension of benefits. So there we have it. The extension just simply cannot take place without that deposit of money. There's one other point that I think is worth mentioning here, and it's the comments that Governor Whitmer made explaining why she made this veto. If you look here, this is a Detroit News article. I've highlighted down here at the bottom. It says, "We have helped, but this went too far," Whitmer said. "The funding that I vetoed has nothing to do with extending benefits." This is just mind-blowing. I mean, first off, we went too far. How did we go too far? The government has closed down these businesses for going on the better part of a year now. And the least we could do, if we're going to close them down, is help them pay their employees that are out of work. I don't know how to explain it in any other way. If you close down a business, and these businesses are the ones that pay into the unemployment trust. This money just isn't fictitious money that appears out of nowhere. These businesses pay into the unemployment trust on a regular basis, and they do that in the event, just like any other type of insurance, in the event of something bad happening where, I don't know, a pandemic or even some type of small issue specific to that specific business. If it were to close down and the employees get laid off, there's something there to help the employees stay on their feet so they can look for another job or wait for the job position to come back. So what we've done is we've closed down many thousands of businesses for the better part of a year now. They have no revenue coming in. They still have to pay their property taxes, their utilities, all sorts of costs that go into having a business. And one of those costs is a tax into the unemployment trust. And we've taken away their ability to pay into the trust, and now we're going to take away their ability to help their employees stay afloat. This is just mind blowing. To say that we've gone too far to help, I think we haven't gone far enough. If you look at all the economic devastation that has been caused by the government over this last better part of a year, it's pretty significant. And the amount of money we've put back into the economy, at least at the state level, just totally pales in comparison to the lost revenue and the hardships that people have been facing. So I don't think we've gone far enough at all. And to say that somehow this veto has nothing to do with this veto has nothing to do with extending benefits, it's just so categorically false. So now the next question is, what do we do from here? Well, I can tell you, I'm going to be in a new role in the House of Representatives this year. I will be the appropriations chair in the House, which basically means I'll kind of be the lead of help crafting the budget on the House side. And I can tell you what, if we're going to do anything going forward, if we want to negotiate with Governor Whitmer needs to open up Michigan. Enough is enough. We're not going to, stand back and let all this keep occurring anymore. It's time. It's time. People know what the risks are. There's a vaccine. If you're older, if you're more vulnerable, take extra precautions. These businesses now know how best to keep people safe. We need to end these draconian restrictions now. And, we have 3 separate and equal branches of government, and it's very important we keep it that way. I know Governor Whitmer doesn't like it because it's less convenient, but enough is enough. Open up Michigan and we'll talk. So thank you and God bless.